Hi, I'm Jason Matthews, owner of Matthews Painting Company in Warsaw, Indiana. This is another tutorial video that we shall show all of our new employees who we train to be professional painters. Today we're just going to be discussing mixing up a quick set joint compound. That comes in a powder. We buy that in bags. We buy 3 different types. We buy 20-minute, 45-minute, and 90-minute. Those just refer to how quick the mud sets up. Depending on conditions, sometimes it's ready to sand in those number of minutes. Other times it's set up almost ready. But you know, if you have something small that you need to just do a few repairs and get taken care of, sanded and primed, you'd probably use a 20-minute. 45-minute in a bedroom. If you're working throughout a house, we usually use 90-minute so that we can get through our whole pan of joint compound. We really don't use what's called ready mix joint compound. It comes in a tub and it already is mixed up in a paste and it already has water in it. The reason we do not like that, it is a softer compound, it takes a long time to dry, and it really is not supposed to be used over, for example, fiberglass mesh tape that we use over stress cracks, because it doesn't lock and glue that in. So we're going to go ahead and start off. I'm going to try to show you the right way and the wrong way, at least at Matthews Painting, on how to go ahead and get this mixed up. We go ahead and turn the water on here, and what I do is I got these about half full. If these were really full, it's really hard to actually get this mixed up when it's all the way up to here. So we put this about half full. I'll go back and forth with some water and I stop and I start mixing that up. Now, instead of getting all that water out of there, when it just starts to clump, I get right back in the water. That part right there is probably the most crucial. You don't want your water to disappear. See how I went in again? You don't want to get to the clumpy stage like it's almost getting there. You want to keep adding the water in before you mix all the water into it. At this point, I feel like I've got enough water in there, so I'm going to start mixing it up. I know I will not need more water than that, and I'm working off the bottom and scraping the edges as I'm going here. You're going to see those clumps go away pretty quickly here. I will spin it in my hand so I can get to each edge. I do like to lower the pan so I can kind of work it towards me. That helps it not fly out. I work it on the sides. Try to give the pan a turn there. And if you notice, in under a minute or so, I've already got the mud very, very smooth. There's very little clumping. One of the challenges mixing drywall mud is getting it too watery or too stiff, and then you add water in too late. Like many would add water in again right now if it was too stiff, but you have a lot of clumps if you do that. I'm going to try to show you that with this next pan. So basically this pan of mud is ready to go. The clumps are basically gone. I like a mix that you can actually shake a little bit in there, but also that you can almost go upside down with like that and it doesn't come out, but you can see it shake. That's a really nice mixture of joint compound, which you notice I call mud, to be able to go ahead and start your repair work on a wall, and it is ready to go. What a lot of folks do, which we don't like to do, is they go ahead and they put some water in this pan, and this is doing it the wrong way. They will go ahead and get that all mixed up until the water's gone. Then they go back in for more water and they mix this up until the water's gone. Did you notice on the one before this, I would have already been adding water. I don't want that water to disappear like that. Here they add water again, mix it up until the water's gone, and then they go, oh, I need more water. So then they add water again. The problem with this, and you're going to see, is it's really hard to get your clumps out, and it's hard to get your consistency, and it takes a lot more time, and then those clumps end up on the wall, which is nothing more than clumps of powder. So basically that's done there, but I'm really having problems getting some of my clumps out in the mud. I would say it's probably at least 50% more clumpy than the mix the other direction, and you can kind of see it on the side here. I don't know if you can see that in video. You can work it a long time and get those clumps out. However, It's a lot better to add water, add water, add water without that water completely dissipating and going away. You'll have a lot smoother mixture. Now this one is just a little stiffer, and if we had mixed this the right way, we can also mix it stiffer. It doesn't quite shake as much, but that one is also getting to the point of where you can use it. But it just wouldn't be as good as our first mixture that we get. For more information, you can contact us at matthewspainting.com.